Hello, my name is Sonali and I welcome you all to another episode of Around the World in 7 Days. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, a byproduct of Soviet dissolution, remains one of the intricate geopolitical chess games of our time. With recent escalations leading to a mass exodus of the region's populace, the United States finds itself at a crossroads, torn between strategic interest and moral imperatives. In today's episode, we will take an alternative view of the conflict, examining the United States' stance and assessing whether the deepening relationship between the US and Armenia is presenting the US with a complex situation. Let's begin by projecting some light on the background and the players involved in the conflict. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, which erupted 3 decades ago amid the dissolution of the Soviet Union, has remained unresolved. This territorial dispute centers on Nagorno-Karabakh, a region mainly inhabited by Armenians but located within Azerbaijan's border. It is one of several long-standing frozen conflicts stemming from the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Armenian forces engaged in a brutal war with ethnic Azerbaijanis that ultimately resulted in Armenian control over Nagorno-Karabakh, concluding in 1994. This prolonged conflict took a devastating toll, causing tens of thousands of casualties, including civilians, and displacing hundreds of thousands of Azerbaijani individuals. Armenia and Azerbaijan, neighbors in the South Caucasus, are historically tied to Russia and Turkey respectively. Armenia, a member of the Collective Security Treaty Organization led by Russia, benefits from deep-rooted military and diplomatic support, especially in the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. In contrast, Azerbaijan's linguistic and cultural ties with Turkey have resulted in open Turkish backing, including military aid and diplomatic initiatives. Now you might be thinking why the conflict became the topic of today's discussion. It is because recently a significant segment of the Nagorno-Karabakh populace is gravitating toward Armenia to seek refuge. Around 120,000 residents have indicated their intent to depart, and numerous individuals have already vacated the area following the swift military conquest of their long-standing separatist state by Azerbaijan. Now let's dive into the recent developments in the region. Recent events suggest that Armenia is shifting its focus rapidly towards the United States and distancing itself from Russia. The relations between Armenia and Russia worsened since the 2018 democratic revolution that shook the pro-Russian oligarchy and brought Armenia's current leader, Nikol Pashinyan, to power. This shift has created an opportunity for the United States to enhance its connections with Armenia. However, the US is proceeding cautiously to avoid straining its relationship with Azerbaijan, which is strategically important due to its proximity to Iran and Turkey's NATO membership, along with Turkey's support for Azerbaijan. The strong bond between Turkey and Azerbaijan is founded on the concept of one nation, two states, emphasizing the close affiliation between these two countries. Turkey's involvement in the Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict is a key factor shaping the US stance. As a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, Turkey holds a strategic position in the alliance. However, its unequivocal support for Azerbaijan, including military assistance, has placed the US in a complex position. On September 15, 2023, the Biden administration imposed sanctions on 5 Turkish companies and a Turkish national. These sanctions were due to their alleged involvement in assisting Russia in evading sanctions and supporting Russia's actions in the Ukraine conflict. The targets include shipping and trade firms aiding Russia's defense ministry and transferring dual-use goods. The imposition of these sanctions has disrupted trade and increased tension between the two NATO member countries. Now, do you believe the US has been demonstrating increased engagement with Armenia lately? Let's find out. The relationship between Armenia and the United States, like that of many international partnerships, is multifaceted and subject to change based on regional dynamics, geopolitical interest, and internal developments in both nations. However, there have been signs in recent years of increased engagement between the two nations, especially in the realm of defense and diplomacy. Amid tensions in Nagorno-Karabakh, the US initiated an unexpected joint military exercise with Armenia, potentially impacting its ties with Azerbaijan. The drill, titled Eagle Partner, started on September 11 at sites near Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. It included 175 Armenian and 85 US troops over 10 days. The US Army Europe and Africa states the exercise aims to prepare Armenia's 12th Peacekeeping Brigade to meet NATO standards for an upcoming NATO evaluation. Armenia has been part of NATO's Partnership for Peace program since 1994 and is a member of the Euro-Atlantic Partnership Council. While Eagle Partner might not definitely indicate a US-Armenia strategic alliance, the US is clearly using defense diplomacy to bolster regional ties and counteract Russian influence. Armenia's involvement could represent its effort to diversify its foreign policy, especially given Russia's shifting focus elsewhere. Now let's understand the position of Iran in this geopolitical drama. Another layer of complexity is the proximity of Azerbaijan to Iran, a country with which the United States does not enjoy a smooth relationship for various reasons. One worth mentioning is the contentious debate regarding the nuclear deal, officially known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. The JCPOA, that is, Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, was brought to the surface to prevent Iran from enriching uranium for developing nuclear weapons. Iran and Azerbaijan, with their approximately 689 km shared boundary, have historically experienced a strained relationship. With Baku and Ankara stepping into the South Caucasus, space that Russia appears to be vacating, Iran finds itself gravitating toward Armenia. Notably, compared to Azerbaijan, Iran has traditionally enjoyed warmer ties with Armenia. However, this alignment is further complicated by Armenia's budding relationship with the United States. This could have been a win-win situation for both the US and Iran. Nevertheless, the JCPOA and the assassination of Qasem Soleimani in a targeted American drone strike on 3 January 2020 in Baghdad stands as a big hindrance toward the betterment of relations between Iran and the US. Furthermore, there is a growing concern that Iran may seek to strengthen its ties with Azerbaijan, a nation that has expressed dissatisfaction with the United States, particularly in the aftermath of its Eagle Partner military exercise with Armenia. Such a development could potentially pave the way for a more robust alliance against the United States in the region. At last, let's understand what remains at stake for the US by its growing closeness with Armenia. The South Caucasus, where Armenia and Azerbaijan have ongoing disputes, holds strategic importance for the US. The US is keen on fostering peace, stability, and democratic values in this region, especially given its pivotal role in energy pathways vital for Europe. The area's key geographic location further underscores its significance to the US. The traditional US-Azerbaijan energy partnership, highlighted by initiatives like the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan oil pipeline and the Southern Gas Corridor, faces challenges. Azerbaijan's recent move in July 2022 to enhance its standing in European energy markets by signing a memorandum with the US threatens to diminish the US energy influence in the region. This closer alignment of Azerbaijan with Europe might reduce the strategic leverage the US once enjoyed through energy ties. Azerbaijan's pivotal role in the Trans-Caspian international transport route offers Europe an alternative trade route to China. This bypasses the conventional northern corridor traversing Russia and Belarus. As this route gains prominence and Azerbaijan's importance in it grows, the US could see its influence in regional trade and transport dynamics wane. Now moving on to conclusion, the US faces a delicate diplomatic dance. While it grapples with addressing human rights and civilian hardships in the conflict area, it also must weigh the implications of soaring ties with Turkey, an essential NATO partner, and the subsequent effects on talks with Iran. Drawing closer to Armenia could risk alienating Azerbaijan with its critical geopolitical standing. For the US, the way ahead hinges on thoughtful diplomacy. By championing a truce and humanitarian causes, the US can serve as a vital peacemaking catalyst, ensuring its core principles are maintained even as it navigates the intricacies of regional politics.